Hey there, William Sider, and I wanted to talk to you about my success so far online. Um, it actually starts out quite a few years ago. To give you a little background, I've been working with computers since I was about 10 or 12 years old. Um, and I started working with websites specifically about 10 or 12 years ago, maybe longer. I'm not going to do the math right now, but it's been a little while. Um, I first got into the concept of internet marketing just a few years ago. And yeah, I floundered a little bit at the beginning, but more recently I've been much more successful. I'm very happy with the success that I've had. The It was about 4 years ago. I started working with a friend of mine. We started working on a company where we did placement of people in jobs, and he came to me at one point because he knew that the specific job that I was being recruited for from him was something that I was an expert in. And he had two people who had quit the day beforehand, left the positions open, and if you know anything about filling job placements, having somebody in the position is much more profitable than not having somebody in the position, because the company can go to anybody to fill that spot. And the only way that the placement company gets paid is if they have somebody from their company in that spot. So what happened was that he contacted me, told me that it would be about 2 months that I would need to be there so he could find a good person to replace and put in that spot, because I did not want this position. It was 35 miles from home. This is Los Angeles County, so to give you an idea, it's an hour and a half to 2 hour drive every single day in each direction. Now, if you do the math, that's about 3.5 hours just on the road. If you take an hour lunch, that's 4.5 hours added to your 8 hour day. That's a 12.5 hour day, providing you only put in 8 hours that day. And that's a bit much. I have a young son that I love and I've always wanted to spend time with. So, having that much time away from the house was an imposition for me, but we were building a business. So I went out there and I went ahead and did that. 2 months went by, 2 years went by, and about 3.5, almost 4 years later, the company called me into the office. I was doing everything that they wanted me to do. I was on topic, on key, but the company was being sold. And because I was a placement and a contractor, I was not a key employee, and they needed to get rid of all non-key employees. So they let me go, and I look back on that day, and my reaction is strange and weird, because during that time I was building my side internet marketing business. And when they said to me that they had to let me go, I was so thrilled. I was so relieved. I literally said to the manager that called me into his office, "Great, awesome, let me go clean out my stuff." And I left his office. It took me about an hour and a half, 2 hours to get out of the office because I had to go around saying goodbye to everybody. Because I had been there for quite some time. All the key employees that were there were all great friends of mine. And, when I went around saying goodbye, a lot of them were like, "Wait a minute, you're a contractor?" Because I was there for so long, they thought I was an employee. I wasn't. Um, that was a real big freedom day for me, because I was working hard every single day to make sure I went to the office, got into the office, and got the work done. Got home, was able to spend a little bit of time with my son and get the job done. It was to the point where I had access from home, so that if I needed to be available 24/7, I had to be there for releases in the middle of the night, I could do that from home. It was really a draining thing. And I know that there are people out there who know exactly what it is that I'm talking about. So I'm talking to you right now. The day they decided they had to let me go was the best day, and I experienced it that way too. Most people go through withdrawals or fear or any kinds of those negative feelings that people get when they, "Oh my God, what am I going to do?" I wasn't there. I was not there. I had a business. that I was going to go do full time now, that I'd been wanting to do full time. And the only thing keeping me there was my dedication to the company that I was representing. So hopefully this helps you. Hopefully this shows you what you can do in having success online. And I hope to be able to inspire you. If I haven't already, I'll keep doing my best. And why don't you make this a great day. Take care.